Once upon a time, in the heart of ancient India, nestled in the serene Himalayan foothills, there lived a young man named Siddhartha Gautama. He was the prince of the Shakya clan, and his life was a tapestry of luxury, comfort, and indulgence. From his earliest days, Siddhartha's life was defined by opulence and extravagance. His father, King Suddhodana, had shielded him from the harsh realities of the world, ensuring that he knew nothing of suffering, poverty, or hardship. The palace walls were his fortress, and the gardens his playground. As Siddhartha grew, he was groomed to take over the kingdom, to rule with wisdom and power. His every whim was catered to, and he was surrounded by a retinue of servants and advisors who nodded obediently to his desires. Yet beneath the veneer of princely life, a restlessness brewed within him. He sensed that there must be more to existence than the fleeting pleasures of the material world. One fateful day, curiosity led Siddhartha beyond the palace gates. Disguised as a commoner, he ventured into the nearby town. What he saw was a revelation. The streets were teeming with people, each bearing the weight of their existence. Siddhartha saw the elderly bent with age, the sick writhing in pain, and the impoverished begging for morsels of food. He couldn't fathom how he, in his luxurious palace, had been insulated from such suffering. The encounters left Siddhartha deeply unsettled. He returned to the palace, unable to shake off the images of suffering etched in his mind. The thought of the impermanence of life haunted him. That night, he lay awake, contemplating the nature of existence. What was the purpose of life if it was filled with suffering, and all the pleasures of the world ultimately led to emptiness? Determined to seek answers, Siddhartha made a life-altering decision. He decided to leave behind his royal life, his wife Yasuhara, and their infant son Rahul. In the dead of night, he escaped the palace and embarked on a journey of self-discovery. Siddhartha wandered through the forests and villages of India, seeking the wisdom of sages and ascetics. He embraced a life of asceticism himself, subjecting his body to extreme deprivation and hardship. But after years of such rigorous practices, he realized that this extreme path did not hold the key to enlightenment either. One day, Siddhartha sat beneath a Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya, determined to meditate until he found the truth. He resolved to stay there until he had unraveled the mysteries of existence and suffering. For weeks, he meditated, delving deep into the recesses of his mind. Mara, the tempter, tried to dissuade him with illusions and distractions, but Siddhartha remained steadfast. Finally, on the morning of a full moon, enlightenment washed over him like a gentle stream. Siddhartha, now known as the Buddha, had discovered the middle path, the path of balance and moderation. He understood the four noble truths: that suffering is inherent in life, that craving and attachment lead to suffering, that there is a way to end suffering, and that the Eightfold Path is that way. The Buddha's teachings were simple yet profound. He preached compassion, wisdom, and mindfulness. He emphasized the importance of taming the mind and freeing it from the bondage of desire. His message was clear: the pursuit of sensual pleasure without restraint led to suffering. To waste one's energy and life force in indulgence was to squander the opportunity for spiritual awakening. The story of Gautam Buddha's transformation from a sheltered prince to an enlightened sage spread like wildfire. People from all walks of life flocked to hear his teachings, and Buddhism began to take root. It was not a religion of empty rituals, but a philosophy of self-discovery and self-mastery. As for Siddhartha's family, when he returned to the palace, they too were transformed by his wisdom. Yasuhara and Rahul joined him on the path to enlightenment, and together they found profound peace. The lesson from the life of Gautam Buddha is clear. We must not waste the precious energy of our lives chasing fleeting pleasures and indulging in excess. Instead, we should strive for balance, wisdom, and mindfulness. The path to true fulfillment lies not in the wasteful squandering of our vital energy, but in the cultivation of our inner selves. By doing so, we can unlock the door to lasting happiness and enlightenment, just as the Buddha did under the Bodhi tree many centuries ago.